Hello there. No doubt you've seen the movies and read the books where the villain is a person, the corrupt politician or lawyer, the serial killer or organized crime figure. And who could forget Jaws? Dun 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 dun. And other stories where our villain is an animal, the animals that go around eating us. Now, what do you think your cute little kitty is thinking when she looks at you? She's thinking, "Mommy, you're tasty." Mm-hmm. Those are all fun to both read, watch, and write. But there's another thing that can be your villain, and that is, wait for it, the setting. The location right where your characters are at any given time. And that's what I'm going to teach you about in this video. How to make your setting the villain. Or at least a secondary villain, anyway. Be sure to stay tuned to the end where I will give a crime fiction example. Number 1. The weather becomes the enemy. This could be the blazing sun if your character is stuck in the desert. And there's no water around. They have to get back, and, well, they're screwed now. It could also be the rain if they're trapped on an island and they have no shelter, or they're stuck in a blizzard, and their car won't move. Another example could be something like a detective must solve a crime in a small town that has been shut off by a blizzard. The roads are impassable. The power is failing, and no help can arrive until the storm clears. And by then, it might be too late. Number 2. Isolation traps the character. The setting prevents escape or rescue. Maybe they're on an airplane or stuck on a boat. They could also get stuck on an island when the ferry service to and from the island shuts down for the evening or maybe the whole season, for whatever reason. And the person who knows they witnessed the crime is hunting for them. But no one believes the witness because he's an outsider. What you doing here telling us how to do, then the criminal is one of them. Number 3. The city fights right back. Think of an urban environment that creates the obstacles. This was done well in the movie Warriors, or it could be something like the narrow alleys and surveillance cameras, which make it difficult for the protagonist to escape from the government agency that is after him. Number 4. Nature doesn't care. Similar to weather being the villain, there also are many predators in the wilderness that would like nothing more than to chow down on a human. We may very well be AAA grade beef to them. Well, in truthfulness, most wild animals, even predators, try to avoid humans whenever possible, but we're writing fiction, so let's have fun with it. Someone running through the wilderness, they not only have to avoid capture by their pursuers, but both the fugitive and the pursuers must also avoid a dangerous predator who thinks of human finger bones as great toothpicks. Number 5. The setting hides the truth. The environment conceals clues and other evidence. This could be fog that is so thick it's like, well, can't say the adjective here, I don't believe anyway, anything that makes it near impossible to see. Or it could be dense, thick forest, and the police are looking for a missing person. Where are they? Not underneath that rock. Anyway, number 6. A dark place with a reputation. Lots of places have something the locals are afraid of. It could be a haunted house or a stretch of highway where so many people have met a bad end, and now they think it's cursed. Think of the Bermuda Triangle, but localized. You probably have one in your town. Think about that, and maybe how the history came out to be cursed. Well, even though the curse does not have to be real, but it will affect people's decisions. Number 7. The setting changes over time. And no, I don't mean an overtime shift or working later than you should. This could be something like rising floodwaters after a hurricane cuts off escape routes one by one during a manhunt for a gang. Both the criminals and law enforcement are at risk. Who wins? Do they join together for mutual benefit and survival and then fight it out at the end of the story, or who knows? It's up to you, your story. Number 8. The community itself is hostile. It could be something along the lines of the social environment is your villain. You could create a situation where a journalist is investigating a corruption but is thwarted at every step by the people of the small town. They're all thinking, who is this outsider telling us how to live? But it's also because they're protecting a crime boss who provides great things for the community. over and above what the government does. The prevailing theory is that the only difference between the government and the mafia is that the mafia is organized. Probably true in real life, not just in fiction. But anyway, number 9, reflect the character's weaknesses. We've all got those things we fear and really give us the feelings of spiders crawling up our legs and into an orifice. Hope I didn't make you puke there, but anyway, this could be along the lines of a claustrophobic detective who investigates crimes committed in an underground tunnel, and he was the only one available to investigate it, so that's why he's going down in an underground tunnel and every step of the way. Number 10, it creates constant pressure. Another way to do a ticking time bomb story, but instead of that, have it be a rapidly approaching wildfire that is getting closer to the safe house where a witness for the prosecution is stashed away. But the roads are cut off and the heat is too high for helicopters. What do? Number 11, it forces technology to fail. Have your characters go through a remote mountain passage, and for the next 4 hours or so, or however long you need it for your story, their cell phones can't get a signal. And there's a dangerous criminal after them, and they have to rely on limited resources. Number 12, it's a maze. You can make this a literal maze where the characters have to fight each other to survive, or it could be some type of sprawling complex that enables the criminal to stay one step ahead of the investigators investigating him and pursuing him. Number 13, it tempts people into bad decisions. Think of a gold mine that has been abandoned for a reason, but over time that reason has been lost to memory. Or maybe people just didn't care about the reason. They wanted to get some gold, despite how many people disappeared in the mine. Greed is a very good motivator to get stuff like that. Anyway, number 14, the setting. It has its own rules. What someone needs for survival can be dependent on where they live or happen to find themselves in at any given moment. Let's say you have somebody in an Arctic environment. Simply getting wet can be fatal if you're too far away from shelter. Number 15, it slowly wears people down. Rather than sudden danger, the threat is exhaustion. Your characters are stranded somewhere, and have been for weeks. They are now sleep deprived, which leads to irritability and clashes, and more prone to make mistakes. Need some water here for a sec. And now for the crime fiction example I promised earlier. Let's have a murder mystery set in a small fishing town in Nova Scotia. It happens during winter. The real killer is a person, but the setting acts as a secondary villain. Storms prevent travel. The ocean destroys evidence. Everyone knows everyone else's business. Rumors spread faster than facts. The nearest forensic team is hours away. The victim's body is discovered on dangerous coastal cliffs. The detectives isn't just fighting the killer. They are also fighting the setting at every single step. So there you have it. I hope this helps you with your writing and that you like the video. If not, let's keep it a secret, shall we? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comments what you would like me to cover in the future. Have a great day and a great week. I'll see you in 7 days. So long, everybody. Yeah.